Imagine if our education not only filled our minds with facts but also healed our inner wounds, transforming personal pain into a source of strength that uplifts both our lives and our communities. In today's hyper-competitive society, many of us are trapped by family traumas passed down through generations. Figures like Elon Musk and Steve Jobs remind us that even monumental success can mask deep emotional scars. In contrast to the narrow, competitive model of modern schooling, ancient wisdom from the Torah and Kabbalah to Taoism offers a holistic blueprint for healing and character development. Modern education often prizes specialized knowledge and relentless competition. Yet many graduates, despite their technical expertise, find themselves burdened by unresolved childhood wounds. Family trauma stemming from neglect, abuse, or unresolved conflict not only disrupts our personal lives but can also be inherited. Torah teaches that the consequences of sin can extend to the next 3 generations, a spiritual law akin to the immutable physical laws like gravity. If we do not address the dark parts of our soul, these imbalances, or karmic blueprints, repeat themselves, affecting not only our own lives but also those of our descendants. This unhealed trauma manifests in narcissism, anxiety, and a fragmented sense of self, creating a vicious cycle that permeates society. In the Torah, education is not about accumulating information but about refining our inner being. Every person is created in the divine image, which means our true purpose is to develop qualities such as compassion, humility, and justice. Torah education emphasizes character formation, urging us to learn from the mistakes of our ancestors. The biblical narratives from Adam and Eve's failure to take responsibility to the tragic consequences of Cain's jealousy serve as a timeless warning. If we continue to repeat our ancestors' errors, we perpetuate a cycle of pain and dysfunction. Kabbalah deepens this perspective by teaching that each soul carries a spark of divine light. Trauma and unhealed wounds dim this inner light, disrupting our spiritual balance. Through practices like Tikkun Nefesh, repairing the soul, Kabbalah shows us that true healing requires us to transform our inner darkness into a source of light that can mend not only ourselves but also the world around us. In a similar vein, Taoism teaches that our lives are governed by universal laws. Just as a car must obey the law of gravity, we must adhere to spiritual laws. Taoism encourages us to accept our imperfections, restore inner balance, and transform adversity into growth. Wu traditions remind us that we have a personal responsibility. By healing ourselves, we break the cycle of trauma inherited from past generations. The time has come for each of us to embrace self-education that heals the soul. Instead of blaming our families, society, or even fate for our hardships, we must acknowledge that our experiences are karmic blueprints or opportunities for growth. True education means taking responsibility for our actions and mending the wounds we inherit. As the Torah teaches, you reap what you sow. If we persist in self-centeredness and arrogance, those dark traits will continue to shadow us and our offspring. Only by facing our pain and rectifying the darkness within can we transform our personal narrative and, in turn, uplift our communities. We are not isolated beings, we are droplets in an ocean. When one droplet is purified, the entire ocean reflects that change. By developing a balanced education, one that integrates intellectual achievement with emotional and spiritual growth, we can create a society rooted in justice, compassion, and harmony. Our ancient teachings remind us that a well-nurtured inner life is the key to repairing the world. Tikkun Olam. In this way, every individual's journey of self-healing contributes to breaking the curse of inherited trauma and building a more compassionate future for all.